Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K. Thanks so much for stopping by, and today I have a design team project for Kraft Supplies for You to share with you guys. And again, Kraft Supplies for You is an online store that carries laces and trims and bling, flowers, charms, some embellishments. There's just so many good things in the store that you really have to go check it out. And there are two stores that you can buy from. There's a .net store and a Zibbet store. I will have both of them linked below. And then also there's a huge sale going on right now through the 16th of this month. So there's just a few days left of that sale. And that is for 40% off store-wide. So anything that you want in the store is 40% off. That includes all the grab bags or the mixed bag of like doilies, and there's some charms and some laces and trims that are available in those grab bags. Those are also 40% off. And then on top of that, the flowers, both the fabric and the paper flowers, are another 20% off. So that makes 60% off, which is a great deal on flowers. I think you will be surprised at the prices if you go on and check out. Again, the coupon code for that is LOVE40, and I will have that listed below in the description box, along with all of the Kraft Supply for You social media sites, and then also some of our other design team members if you guys are interested in checking those out and keeping up to date as far as what's happening at Kraft Supplies for You. And so for my project today, I do have to say I was planning on making some sort of Valentine's Day project the middle of February for my design team project. But I have to admit that we've had so much snow and it's been so cold around where I live that I just wasn't in the mood to make anything really Valentine's Day related. And so I decided to go with kind of more of a winter wonderland theme, just because it seems like every day I wake up there's more snow and I got to go out and shovel and take care of it. And it is beautiful. I am of course getting tired of all the shoveling, but so that was kind of my inspiration for today's project, was just all the snow and the cold weather that we've been having in kind of a winter wonderland theme. And I decided to alter some bottles or some jars for today's project. And so here is the first one that I altered. It is a fairly large bottle. It is kind of heavy. I'm presuming that maybe at some point it had some sort of spirits or liquor in it in the past. I did purchase it at the thrift store. It was only 50 cents, the bottle was. And then what I did is I went ahead and I altered it by painting it and doing this crackle effect. I know I'm going to get a couple of questions on how I did the crackle effect, so I will tell you guys that. First thing I did was I went over it, my whole bottle, with a layer of gesso. It kind of preps the bottle so that it'll accept paint and make things easier. And I think I ended up doing two layers of the gesso. After that had dried, I went over it with this darker color of matte chalk finish acrylic paint. And this one was called Admiral Blue. After that dried, I went over it with a layer of this crackle medium from Folk Art. I let that dry. And then my final coat was a layer of this lighter blue. It's, again, a matte chalk finish acrylic paint. And this one was called Agave Blue. It's just a light blue. And this is what I ended up with. So you can see the dark blue behind. And then this one. And then also, before I started decorating it with all my Kraft Supply for You laces and trims, I went ahead and I put on a layer of matte medium over it, just kind of as a little bit of a protective coat, and then to make sure that it kind of kept its cover or its color. So I did that, and then I went ahead and I decorated, and I just used my hot glue gun to decorate everything, and also some Fabri-Tac glue for some of it. And so I did start off with an image in this Winter Wonderland image of this little girl all dressed up in her little fur, which I think is adorable. And I got that off of Pinterest. And there is a layer of felt behind there just to give it a little more stability. And so I glued that down. And then I went ahead and added this beautiful organza trim from Kraft Supplies for You. And this is in the white color, but she does carry this in a ton of other colors. And she also has grab bags right now full of organza trims, just different styles. And then on top of that, I put on this trim right here from Kraft Supplies for You. And this one's a really awesome trim. It has the little beads already put on it. And these are very stable beads, so they're never going to fall off. They had nice metal backs to them. And so I went around that. And then also in her store, she does have this color in this trim in like pink, and I think she has it in black, and then also cream. I really love this trim. I did use it all up on my projects this month. So I will probably be purchasing some more of this in the future because I really like this trim. It's a really nice trim. And so that's how I framed my little image out. And then I went ahead and added this little flower that I had made. And I made this a long time ago with some lace from my stash. And I will often make flowers and then I don't put centers in them until I'm ready to use them on something. And so then I went ahead and added this 3D loopy trim from Kraft Supplies for You in the blue color. This is the lighter blue color. She does carry this in a darker blue color. There's black. There's a lovely peach color, a green, a mint green, and then a couple shades of purple. So she does carry this in a ton of different colors, and I love this trim. I use it a lot, so you guys probably hear me say that. And so I added that flower. And then I decided to decorate just the neck of the bottle a little bit. So this little trim right here underneath is Kraft Supplies for You. Again, one of my favorite dainty trims that I cut up and I kind of layered it around. I used 4 pieces of that. And then I went ahead on top of that and I added some more of that 3D blue loopy trim. And then this is also another trim available at Kraft Supplies for You that I cut the flowers off of. And so I kind of did that all the way around the bottle. You can see that. And then I went ahead and just decorated the very top. Again, this little smaller trim right here is a Kraft Supplies for You trim. She also carried this in a pink color, which is really pretty. And I went ahead and added the loopy trim. Just one little piece right up there at the very top. And I decided just to call that good because I wanted it kind of an elegant but yet simple look to this. I'm still trying to debate if I put anything on the top, like another little flower or something else. I just haven't decided, so I just left it for now. And so that was the first bottle that I created. I did go ahead and create another little jar that I decorated. And this time I used some little owl images that I purchased off of Etsy. It was from like a junk journal kit, but I just used the owl images. I cut them up and put them down. And these ones I just printed on paper and I just used that matte medium over it again. The same prep work I did on the jar, the same crackle effect. Once I had my little owl images down, there's 4 different ones on each of the sides. I went ahead and I used this lovely flat back pearl trim from Kraft Supplies for You. And you can buy it either like 1 yard or she does have some. I think I purchased 8 yards, I think, of this a while back. So I have quite a bit of this, but I do love this and I use it quite a bit. And so then after that, I went ahead and added flowers. And all these blue flowers are Kraft Supplies for You. These are the 2-tone blue ones that she carries in her store. And then I also, here's some of the parchment ones that she carries. And I purchased these ones. These ones, there was like a set. And it had like 3 or 4 flowers in a bunch. And so I used the blue one. I cut it off. And then I think this white one came from that set also. And then I went ahead and added one of the 2-tone blue flowers again on there. And then also I had some little snowflake embellishments in my stash. So I went ahead and added that kind of throughout on each image. And then after that, the cover was white. And so I decided it needed a little more to it. And so I did go around the edges with some more of this organza trim from Kraft Supplies for You. And I went ahead and added the little white trim again from Kraft Supplies for You. And I finished it off with the loopy trim in blue. And then at the top, I used some eyelet lace that I had in my stash, which if you guys do need eyelet lace, Kraft Supplies for You does carry different sizes of this. And different colors. This, like I said, this one would just happen to be in my stash. And I just kind of went round and around and created a flower out of it. And then I went ahead and finished it off with a little loopy trim again in the middle of it. And I really love how that little flower turned out. It's so cute. And I do love how this jar turned out. And so after I finished this jar, my husband came to me and he said he wanted a jar for his desk, but he didn't want it so girly. And so I did create one more that I don't think is as cute, but he likes it. And so this one, the only item that I used from Kraft Supplies for You was the flat back pearl trim around each of the images. And then I went ahead and added the little embellishments, the snowflakes from my stash. And then on the top, I just put some flat back pearl trim that I had in my stash, just because I thought the cover looked kind of funny. So I did do that. And if I was going to keep this for me, I would go ahead and add some sort of flower on top of it. But like I said, my husband didn't want a girly one for his desk, but he does like owls. So this one is going to go sit on his desk for whatever he wants to put in there. Thanks again so much for watching my video today. Again, I will have all of those links listed below in the description box. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below and I will get back to you. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.